G'day guys. Before we jump into today's video for my official NRL Ladder Predictions for 2022, I kind of just want to give you guys an idea of what I'll be doing in today's video. Now, a lot of you are probably going, dude, it's in the title, it's in the description, it's on the thumbnail, we know what you're doing. I just want to let you guys know that it's a bit different to how a lot of other people do it. So I will be doing my predictions from round one to the end of the year and finals, but I will literally be doing it on the NRL Ladder Predictor, which I will drop their link below so you guys can check out for yourselves and play around with it and do your own sort of ladder predictor. So it'll be from round one, and it probably will be a bit of a longer video, obviously, because I'm doing it round by round, not just giving you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. It's literally a whole year of footy banged into one video, basically. But yes, we are going to have a lot of fun around here, guys, for this video. I know there's going to be a lot of you guys that are salty for some of the picks that I will select. Obviously, I did do sort of a rough draft at the end of last year of my ladder prediction. I think I had like Panthers, Manly, Roosters, Storm in the top four, then Bunnies, Sharks, Eels, Titans, and then it was like Raiders, Broncos, Bulldogs, or something like that. I can't exactly remember. But yeah, I think this may pan out to be slightly different because obviously when I did that ladder, I didn't know what the draw was, or I wasn't following the draw. So we're fully going to get my official ladder prediction today. So guys, please do hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button too, guys, because I'm dropping a lot of NRL content in 2022. And yeah, as you can see, I'm a Bunnies fan, but I promise I won't be biased. Let's jump in and let's check it out, guys. And I'll see you in the video. Let's go. Oh, whoa. Wait, guys. Just before we start the video, I'm in a podcast. Yeah, I can't believe it either. Guys, the podcast is called The Opinionated Aussies, and I'll link it somewhere up here. Hopefully, if I remember, I should. So, future Aiden doing the upload and all that, make sure you add this in. But yes, guys, go and check it out. And my camera just glitched the hell out then. It's still going. Yeah, go and click that link up there. Do what you need to do, guys. Please go and support the Opinionated Aussies. It's 3 Aussie larrikins talking about some crazy stuff. We're hoping to have some pretty big guests appear on it, so go and check it out, guys. But let's get to these ladder predictions. All right, guys, and we are back. So before we get into this one, guys, I just want to let you know, like, I'm literally doing week by week. Like, it's going to be a long video, guys, so grab your popcorn, do what you need to do, guys. Leave it running in the background if you want to. Skip to the middle, skip to the end, whatever you guys want to do. If you do watch the whole video, thank you so much. That really, really, really helps me. And if you could, guys, please drop a like and subscribe. We're dropping a lot more NRL content in 2022. So I'll try not to explain all these tips that I'm putting in for my predictions, but some of them obviously will need explaining. So we'll go through here. Raiders and Sharks, I think this one will probably need explaining. I think the Raiders get the job done here, especially at GIO Stadium. I don't think they're going to lose too many games at home. That being said, I also don't think the Cowboys will lose a lot of games at home. I think they will beat a lot of the bottom tier teams and those fringe top 8 teams as well. I definitely do think the Cowboys will have a good year. Now, this one is tough for me. Obviously, being a Rabbitohs fan, I want to withdraw as much bias as I can. I want to do this as an unbiased supporter. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of bias, but I think the Rabbitohs can fight for a top 4 spot, even with losing Adam Reynolds, Dane Gagai. You got Jaden Sewer that left as well, but he wasn't that impactful of a player. Yeah, he put some big shots on at times, but he was out of the 17 for a good part of 2021, so I don't think that was a big loss. Replacing Adam Reynolds is going to be hard, but I do have a lot of faith in Blake Taaffe and Lachlan Elias. Yeah, and I think the Broncos will take time to click with Reynolds starting. They don't know which half they're going to pair with him yet. I think there's a lot of ums and ahs at the Broncos. They've got a fresh team. They're going to take time to gel. I'm backing the Rabbitohs in this one, so let's go a close one here. But I think the Rabbitohs will get that one done. A lot of these games I'm not going to talk on too much. I think this is how that one's going to end up. I think the Tigers will be absolutely abysmal. I don't think they'll get many wins at all. I think they'll be like the Bulldogs last year, get absolutely flogged by most of the teams. Eels and Titans, I'm going to back the Eels here. Cowboys, as I said, I think they're going to be a good team at home. The Bulldogs are going to take time. They've literally absolutely flipped their whole team. So I think it will take them a good, 6 to 10 games to sort of find their feet and work through a lot of combinations. So there's gonna be a lot of games I don't talk on, but there's also going to be games that I will have to explain why I'm doing the tip that I'm doing. So we're going to run through this as quickly as possible, as I stated earlier, though, guys, because I don't want you guys to get too bored with it. And Cronulla will have a good team. I think they can fight for a top 4 spot. Now, this one I think will be close, but I've got the Raiders winning. I think the Cowboys will give them a good run for their money, though. Knights and Tigers at home, I've got to give it to the Knights. I think the Tigers will get a few wins this year, but they will mainly be at home. At ANZ, I'm going to back the Bulldogs here. Broncos fans are going to hate me because now the Broncos are 0-2 in the first 2 games. Dragons and Sharks. Sharkies get the job done there. Easy. This is a game I think the Tigers can win. Close. The Warriors will probably end up winning, and Warriors fans are going to hate me for this, but I think this is one of the games that the Tigers can win. Rabbitohs and Roosters, I honestly think the Bunnies can get the job done in a close one there. I'm very confident against the Roosters. We have a good rivalry there. These are the kind of games that I think could go either way. I'm backing the Bunnies here, going with the heart. I've got to do it. Got to do it in this game. But there will be times where I do tip. They may not be the favourites against the Rabbitohs, but I'll tip the underdog against the Bunnies at some stages as well. Obviously, this one's self-explanatory. I think the Storm will get an easy win there. Raiders and Titans at home. I think the Raiders get the job done there. Broncos and Cowboys. Broncos at home. I think we'll win that one. Sea Eagles and Bulldogs. Obviously, Manly get a good win there. So, yeah, I do think the Bulldogs will take time to gel. Titans and Tigers at home. Easy win for the Titans. Sharks should get the win there against the Knights. I'm going to tip the Panthers here. Obviously, I don't think we're going to get flogged by 50, but it's a possibility. So I think the Panthers will win that one comfortably. Warriors and Broncos. I'm going to tip the Broncos up at Moreton Daily Stadium. Sea Eagles. So Warriors fans are going to absolutely loathe me at the moment. They're 4-0. You guys are going to hate me, but I do think there will be a massive improvement. One thing I will say for the Warriors is I think they deserve to play, if not this year, then, I would say at least half of this season. So from round 13 on to round 25, I think the Warriors should get to play at Mount Smart. But the NRL doesn't work like that. I don't know whether it's feasible. I don't think that will be that big of a scoreline there. I don't think it's feasible. I'd love to see the Warriors just have a whole season in New Zealand. I think that'd be fair, but as I stated before, I don't think it's feasible. So as we look at the ladder, I hate it. Rabbitohs are pretty low, but they've had an indifferent start to the season. Knights and the Sea Eagles, I think the Sea Eagles will get the win there. I'm going to back the Warriors in a close one here. All that's so close. I think this season is going to be one of the closer ones. I definitely do. Broncos and Roosters. I think I'm going to back the Roosters in a tighter game. Raiders actually play really well against Storm, so I'm going to back the Raiders in that one. Come at me, Storm fans. I know you will. Rabbitohs and Dragons. Rabbits get the job done here. Easy. I think they'll flog the Dragons. Titans and Eels. I'm going to back the Titans in a close one here. Sharkies and Tigers. Sharks will get the job done there pretty easily. Bulldogs and Panthers. Look, I'd love to tip the Bulldogs. Actually, they're probably going to win by 12, probably more than that. Got to tip the Panthers there. Raiders and Cowboys. Raiders will win that one easily. Bunnies will make quick work of the Doggies, I think. Then we've got Panthers and Broncos. Panthers winning that one. Let's go 18. Eels and Titans. Manly will get the job done there. Storm and Sharks. I think Storm will win that one comfortably. Well, not comfortably. I think the Sharks will be a good team. Roosters and Warriors. Roosters get the job done there. Dragons and Knights at home. I'm going to back the Dragons. Eels and Tigers. I'm going to back the Eels comfortably there. So Tigers are already looking like a pretty poor team. Like if we look at the ladder, this is the standings here. It's not looking great for some teams. The top eight's looking pretty close to what I'd have it now. I had, obviously, in my draft predictions, I had the Titans in the top eight and the Raiders out, but you never know. So Sharkies over the Seagulls there. It's always fun to do it this way because, I don't know, I just get a feel for how the season's going to go, how I think teams will perform. So yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of teams that perform quite well. I think there's going to be some teams that are really, really bad. I think there's going to be some teams that are sort of in the middle. Mainly like every year, to be honest. But yeah, just going through the predictions. So this one I will talk about. Now, I think the Knights will get the job done here. I don't know, there's just this rivalry between the Knights and the Eels that it's normally a pretty close game. So I think we might see a win here from the Knights, an upset. Because obviously every NRL season there's upsets. Panthers, I think, will win comfortable, 18 points over the Raiders. Dragons and Roosters, another game that I think will be closer than people think. Storm, another game I think will be fairly close. These Anzac Day clashes are always mouth-watering. Broncos and Sharkies. I'm going to tip the Broncos in an upset at home. Titans and Panthers, that's an obvious one. Rabbitohs and Manly. Central Coast, I'm going to back Manly to win this one. Warriors and Raiders. If that was a man smart, I'd probably side with the Warriors, but I'm going the Raiders here. Roosters get a good win over the Doggies, so I did say around 6 to 10 games it'd take the Dogs to sort of find their feet, and I think they will struggle for a bit at the start of the season. Eels and Cowboys at home, I think Parramatta get that done. Knights and Storm, that's an easy win for the Storm. Dragons get a pretty easy win over the Tigers. Moving on, we've got the Rabbits against the Broncos at ANZ. I think the Bunnies get the job done there. Raiders get the job done against the Bulldogs. And this is where the Bulldogs are going to start playing some better footy now. Panthers, I think, will flog the Eels. I don't know. It's either going to be a 1-point game to either side, or it's going to be Panthers winning by 40. Seagulls and Tigers, that's an obvious one. That's a 48-point win there if I've seen it. Roosters, I think, will beat the Titans. Cowboys and Knights. Going Cowboys at home, I think they'll win that one. Maybe not by that much, but I think they will get that win there. Storm and Dragons, easy win for the Storm. Sharkies and Warriors, I think Cronulla will get the job done there. Oh, I hate this mess. Bulldogs and Knights at home. I think the Bulldogs will start finding form now. Seagulls and Broncos, Manly. Oh, this is at Suncorp. Okay, I'm going to tip Manly in a close one. I don't think the Broncos will get flogged at Suncorp. Bunnies have a pretty good supporter base in Brisbane, so I'm going to tip the Rabbitohs to beat the Warriors at Suncorp. Titans get a good win here over the Dragons, I think. Storm, I'm going to back to beat Panthers by 1. I think at Suncorp, Storm will get the job done there. Going to back the Sharkies, again, in a pretty close game to beat the Raiders. Seagulls. Roosters in a good win over... No, we'll go 18. A decent win over the Eels. Tigers and Cowboys. No, I think the Tigers... This is one Tigers will win. I don't think the Cowboys will play that well away from home. Broncos, I've got beating the Knights. Then who have we got here? Tigers and Bulldogs. Look, I'd probably go the Tigers at Leichhardt. Normally, we're going to keep it at 12, but I think the Doggies are going to start finding that momentum now. Eels and Sea Eagles. At Bankwest, I'm going to back Eels in a close game. Dragons and Warriors. I'm sorry, Warriors fans. Until you guys start playing some footy at Mount Smart, I don't see you guys doing that well. This is one I think will be fairly close. I reckon this one will be, and you guys are going to come at me at the comments for that, but I honestly do. Another close game here. I think we'll see the Roosters getting up over the Panthers. Ooh, I'm going to back the Raiders in a close one here. Rabbitohs never really play that well against the Raiders. At Seabus, I'm going to back the Titans in a close one. Then we've got Storm. I think they'll make a pretty close win over the Sea Eagles. Panthers getting up by 18 over the Cowboys. Broncos and Titans at Suncorp. Back in the Broncos by points here. Warriors, this is where they're going to start making a little bit of a run, I think. Rabbitohs, another easy win there. I'm liking the Bunnies in fourth at the moment. I really am. Sharkies, I think, will get a close win over the Roosters. Bulldogs and Dragons, this is where I think the Bulldogs will just come alive now. Don't see them making the top 8, but I think they will get some good wins closer to the end of the season. Raiders getting a win there over the Eels. At home, I'm going to back the Titans to beat the Cowboys. Panthers, 12-point win over Bulldogs seems fair. 12-point win for Seagulls over the... Actually, no. This is the State of Origin round. So I'm going to back the Cowboys here because I think the Titans will lose more quality players, like a higher quality caliber players than the Cowboys will for Origin. I think the Bulldogs can get this one done in a close one against the Panthers. Reason being, Bulldogs might lose Addo Carr, possibly Burton, but I think they'll beat the Panthers there. Or do the Panthers have enough to get it done? No, I think the Bulldogs will build that momentum. Panthers are going to probably lose Nathan Cleary, Brian To'o. Who else? Some of their forwards, I'd say, will probably play Origin, like Isaiah Yeo, players like that. Like, they're going to lose a lot of good players. I think the Bulldogs can cause an upset here. Seagulls and Warriors, Manly will lose too many players to get a win there. Raiders and Roosters. Look, and Manly fans, don't come at me about this because you've got to be honest. Without Turbo, you're not great. Without Turbo, DCE, and Jake, I don't see you beating the Warriors team. All right, Raiders, I think, will have enough players to get the job done there against the Roosters. Cowboys and Dragons. Cowboys at home, I just think they're going to be brilliant. Can't wait to watch the Cowboys at home this year. Titans, I think, will beat the Bunnies at Seabus. That's going to be a tough one. I don't know, because David Fafita can come out and play hard against us, but it's hard to say. At home, I'm going to tip the Roosters in a close one. Again, at home, I've got the Broncos in a close one. Sea Eagles, easy work over the Tigers. Knights and Panthers, that one's obvious. All right, I think that one's pretty obvious. Eels should get back on the winning streak here. Definitely not by 30. Rabbitohs will win by 30 in that one, though, I reckon. All right, then we have Sea Eagles getting a good win over the Cowboys, who aren't playing at home in that one. Storm should get a decent win over the Broncos. Sharkies and Titans. Back in the Sharks here in a close one. Close-ish, 8 points. Could be decent, could be close. Just ask me, I don't know. Either one. I think the Panthers win this. Although it is at Mount Smart, I think the Warriors will start playing some pretty good football when they land back home in New Zealand. If they do, that's another thing. Like, you don't know who's going to get injured this year. We don't know what COVID's going to do. Like, what is going on with this driver support? I don't know. I'm sorry. All right, Eels and Roosters at Bank West. I'm going to back Parramatta. Raiders should beat the Knights. I reckon the Bulldogs will put 30 points on the Tigers. I think the Tigers are going to be abysmal this year. They're going to be terrible. Manly at home, I reckon, will trouble Storm. Knights and Titans. I'm going to back the Titans in a close one. Panthers and Roosters. I think the Panthers will do enough to get. Oh, no, definitely not 24. I think the Panthers will get a good win there. Sharkies and Bulldogs at Bank West. I'm actually going to tip the Bulldogs to upset the Sharks. Cowboys at home. I think we'll get a 1-point win over the Broncos. Bunnies by 2 over the Eels at ANZ. Warriors and Tigers. Going to back the Warriors there by 8. Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to back them by 24 because it is at Mount Smart. I do think they're going to be really good when they get home. I'm going to back an upset. We have to back upsets, guys. We have to. There has to be some upsets. I'm backing the Dragons to beat the Raiders. We have more Origin games. So, Sharks against the Storm. I think the Sharks will have more of their leadership plays, important plays than Storm will. I don't think they'll win by a monstrous amount, but I think 2 points is pretty good. Knights, Ponga will be out. Latrell, Cookie, Murray, probably Jai Arrow, maybe Campbell Graham. I doubt it, but possibly Cody Walker. I'm going to tip the Rabbitohs at away. I think they'll win this one, just because you'll probably be losing Ponga, Dane Gagai. I think with those two out, probably the Saifidi brothers as well. I think the Bunnies get the job done there. Eels, easy win over the Tigers. Who else have we got here? Broncos. I think we'll get an yeah. Eels will beat the Tigers even with Origin players out. I'm going to back the Dragons by 1, just because I think the Broncos will have too many good players out. So next up we have the Sharkies and the Cowboys. I'm going to back the Cowboys at home. I think they will win that game. Eels and the Warriors. Eels get the job done there in a tight clash. Roosters get a good win over the Dragons. Sea Eagles get a good win over the Knights. Going to back the Titans in a close clash against the Broncos. Tigers and Panthers. Panthers will win that one with ease. Storm, I think, will be a close one over the Raiders. Doggies and Rabbits, I think the Bunnies will get the job done there. Then we've got Eels and Broncos. Eels in a tight clash. Sea Eagles should beat the Dragons. Roosters should beat the Knights. Raiders should beat the Warriors. Panthers and Sharks, I think the Panthers will win that one. Maybe not by 24. Let's go by 12. Now, I'd love to tip the Bunnies. 100% would, but Storm will beat them. It's just how it is for us, unfortunately. We are terrible against Melbourne. Bulldogs and Titans. Look, I think the Titans will win that. Cowboys and Tigers. I think the Cowboys will win that quite comfortably. So, this is... I don't think the Titans will make the top 8. I think this is how the top 8 will finish now. But you never know. So I think in the hunt is probably they're up. I think they're down is probably out of the hunt now. I doubt the Cowboys make it though. So next up we have Sea Eagles and Roosters. Going to back Manly here by 2. Warriors I think will play very well in this game, but they won't get the win. I'd love to back the Eels, but I'm backing the Panthers by 2. At Seabus, I'm going to back the Titans to beat the Raiders. Sharkies will beat South, I think they'll get the job done there. Broncos and Tigers, I think the Broncos win that one quite easily. Knights and Doggies and McDonald Jones, I think the Knights get the job done there. Net Strata, I'm backing the Dragons. And then we've got Roosters comfortably beating the Broncos. Storm quite comfortably beating the Titans. Sea Eagles happy to win that one by 12, I think. Bunnies an 8-point win at Sunshine Coast. Love watching this game. Go there every year. It's a great game of footy. Next up, we've got the Raiders and Panthers. I'm going to back the Raiders here in an upset over the Panthers. As I said, there's got to be upsets. Sharkies, easy win over the Dragons. I think the Bulldogs at Salter Oval get the job done here. I think the Tigers win another game, this one being at Campbelltown. Panthers and Storm is going to be a classic. I'm going to back the Panthers by 1. Warriors and the Bulldogs. At Man Smart, I think the Warriors win this one by 18. Eels and Rabbitohs. I'm going to back the Eels by 2. Roosters and Cowboys. Roosters win this one, I think, pretty easily. Sharkies should win that. Broncos, and I'm backing the Broncos here. Backing the Raiders here. I don't see the Titans beating Manly there. All right, so we're getting close here. Love to tip the Bunnies, but I can't. I've got to back the Panthers. I think the Cowboys get the job done here at North Queensland Stadium. Would like to tip the Broncos in that one, but I think Storm will get it done. Eels and Bulldogs, I'm going to tip Parramatta. Sea Eagles and Sharks. Manly should win that one. Roosters, I've got winning this one. Titans, I've got winning that one. Raiders, I think they'll win that one quite easily. So we've got 2 rounds left, and this is the top 8 so far. I'm not liking the Bunnies at 7th. This is tough. I didn't expect I'd have the Raiders at 5th. That for and against, I like that differential, but don't like where they're standing. I'm going to back Parramatta here by 2. Panthers by 18. Storm will go by 2. Raiders and Manly. I'm going to back Manly here. I think the Sharks just do it. Rabbitohs should beat the Cowboys quite comfortably here. Tigers and Dragons. I'm going to back the Tigers to get another win there. Titans to beat the Knights. I think they'll win that one easily. And then the final round. So this is the top 8 so far. I've got I think what's going to happen is Panthers, Storm, Sea Eagles, and Roosters will all rest players this week. So with that being said, I think Parramatta will win this one. I think I'm going to back the Bulldogs here because I think with Manly, I think they'll get the job done there. I think that if the Roosters rest players, I think the Rabbitohs will get this one done quite comfortably. Do I think they'll finish 5th? I don't. I mean, I think that's where I had them, so possibility. Warriors and Titans. I think the Warriors win that one at home. Then we've got the Dragons and Broncos at home. I think the Dragons get up in a close one. Cowboys and Panthers. If the Panthers rest players, I think the Cowboys get the win there. Sharkies should beat the Knights. We'll go by 4. Raiders will beat the Tigers. And then our top, oh my God, the Rabbitohs fall down to 7th. Like our for and against. I don't know if it will be that high. I think I've gotten a bit click happy with some games. But you can't call me biased having them at 7th. Do I think they could beat the Raiders in the finals? Not at Canberra. I think we might fall out in the first round if this is the ladder. Let's go to the finals and see. All right, so before we do this, I'm going to cut the video for 2 seconds, and then we'll come back. This is all here so you can see what it looks like. We'll be back in 2 seconds. All right, guys, so I just had to go and cry for a little bit. I can't believe I've got the Bunnies at 7th spot. Like that's insane to me. I don't think they're going to be that low, but there's not. I'm not changing anything. I've gone through the season. I've done my predictions. This is where I've got everyone. I'm not changing anything. As I said, I wanted to take that bias out of it. And if you guys come at me about being biased now, come on, guys. Like, really, I mean, this is the ladder. This is what we're going with. I think maybe Adam Reynolds does make a bigger... I don't know. This is tough. Okay, we're going to go with it anyway. First week of the finals. I think I go Panthers here. Sharks get the job done there. I'm going to cheer my heart out for the Bunnies, but I don't know. Could the Bunnies beat the Raiders? This is where I'm going to let a little bit of bias out, and I'm going to explain why I'm doing this. So yes, we did lose more games. Our for and against is a lot better. We don't have Bennett as coach. We've got inexperienced halves. Oh, this is tough. Jack Whiten's probably going to have a Dally M type of year. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. All right, next round. Roosters and Sharks. I think the Roosters win that. And I think if the Raiders make it this far, they're going to continue. I think the Panthers will win this one. I'm going to back the Roosters here. I think the Roosters have enough to get it done. I'm going the Roosters. That's my predictions for 2022. That was honestly that's so hard for me to do, but it's what I've predicted. I'm not going back on it. I feel terrible because as a Bunnies fan, that really hurts me to see them at 7th. I just don't know. Rabbitohs Nation, when I upload this onto our Facebook page, I'm sorry. It's going to be a tough year. I think we are going to fall a little bit before we make it back up. I do have an early prediction that in 2023 we hit back and make the top 4. I think we just need the team to gel a bit. So everybody else, you can click off the video. This is just me and my Rabbitohs fans now. I think we're in for a little bit of a tough year. I do believe that. I think we will win comfortably against teams that we need to, but we just need some players to get big game experience, and I think that's what we're going to probably be looking for in 2022, I guess. Jason Demetrio's first year as head coach. I do think we're a finals team, 100% think we're a finals team, but I do think we'll struggle a bit this year. And this just kind of goes to prove that. So, as I said, it's going to be tight. I think this competition is going to be tough. Like, Rabbitohs win one more game, they're in the top 4. That's how close it is. It's just the way it is, guys. I don't know what else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I ended on a bit of a downer. It just hurts me to see the Rabbitohs drop from 3rd to 7th. Well, technically 2nd to 7th because we were the runners-up last year. That really hurts. But yes, guys, that is going to wrap it up from me. I hope you have enjoyed this one. I know I've pissed a few fans off. Raiders fans, you should be happy. I didn't think I'd see you guys in the top 8, let alone the top 6. So, yes, don't hate on me too much. NRL fans, we've all got to do these predictions, and I'd love to hear how you've predicted the ladder predictions for 2022. Obviously, I will drop a link in the bio to this website. And guys, if you could hit that like, subscribe to the channel, jump over to the Opinionated Aussies podcast, guys. It's a lot of fun over there. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.